Hi everybody, my name is Shannon. Welcome to my channel, Another Yarn. Thank you so much for joining me today. I greatly appreciate it. If you're new here, welcome. I greatly appreciate everybody being here. And if you've been a subscriber for a long time, your loyalty and coming back day after day just means so much to me. For all the people that are new, who are not familiar, I did make this top. Let me see. I just had to pull up the name of it again because I didn't remember. This is the lavender lace tee. Look at this. So, hey, look, just like the picture, right? Yeah, I did it. I'm so proud of me. That's a lavender lace tee. I did use the Universal Yarn Bella Cash. I used 3 complete skeins, which surprised me to no end that I was able to get it done in 3 skeins. So it was like 690 yards. I did not expect that at all. The reason I was pushing the 3 skeins is it was part of a previous mystery yarn challenge. And what that is somebody sent me yarn. I made something out of all the stuff that was in the yarn and I sent yarn to other people. Well, I had 3 skeins of this along with some other stuff. I'm like, oh no, I really want to use this to make a garment. And shockingly, I was able to do so. I really expected that I would stripe in some gray or some other fingering weight yarn that I had. Yeah, I was just shocked. But yeah, the lace goes all the way down and then there, you know, I'm not petite, so it could be longer, but hey, I used what I had and overall happy with it. But I'll link that down below in case you're interested. It is a free pattern. Let's see, who is this by? It's a Premier top-down leaf tee by Melissa LaBarre. So that is a free pattern and it works up really, really well. Top down, easy raglan construction if you're a knitter. If you're a crocheter, there's a lot of crochet patterns, same concept. It really is. So I wanted to at least throw that out there since that's what I was made a while back. So if you've been around a while, you know. Oh, well, I'm gonna go to the next one. I got stuff. I got stuff. I went to Michael's. I know, it's a shock. You've been around a while. You're like, what? You went to Michael's? I did. I got stuff. I got stuff. Oh, okay. We'll do the Michael's thing right now. Wow. Can you believe it? I mean, all right. As far as the big 3 box stores, I don't hate any of them at all. I mean, hello, they got craft stuff and I like craft stuff and they got yarn. I love yarn. You know, I like some better than others. Who cares? We all have preferences. Nothing wrong with that. So I don't go to Michael's too often because it's just a disappointment. I know. If you love Michael's, great. You probably have a great Michael's that's well stocked. Mine, not so much. I think I have, well, beyond when I just went, in general, I have more yarn than they do. Or at least the stuff that I'm interested in, you know, it's just like, because I don't like the bulky stuff, sorry. You know, so I went and I had no hopes. Okay, we were in the shopping center. I don't actually go out of my way to go to Michael's anymore because it's, for me personally, it's been just so hit or miss, and mostly miss, that it's not really worth the gas, the drive time, the energy. But we were already in the shopping complex. Yes, I will do that. So we pull into the shopping complex. We're going to do groceries. You know, we said we actually wrote a grocery list. Crazy. Stuck to it too. Crazier, like you wouldn't believe. So we're in the shopping complex, whatever you want to call it. We're getting ready to go to Sprouts, which is a grocery store for those that aren't familiar. And yeah, it's got more fresh foods and whatever. So in that same complex as a Michael's, I'm like, all right. As soon as we part, tell my husband, I'm gonna go to Michael's. He's like, I know, of course you are. But he knows. He's watched this song and dance multiple times. He's like, it's okay. You go pretty fast. Because I normally go beeline straight to the yarn. I do a quick, you know, just like up and down the aisle like this, and then I walk back out. I mean, it's literally that fast. I mean, I don't normally find stuff, which is sad because, you know, I always go with such high hopes and expectations. So many misses, I'm just, yeah. They had yarn. I mean, they have yarn anyway, just not yarn that I want to pay for, right? I mean, I've got weird yarn math. I have very weird yarn math on what I will pay for and what I won't pay for. It makes no sense. There's no rhyme or reason to it. It is my own brain, yarn, girl logic, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. So they had some of the Caron skinny cakes. Look at this. Oh yeah, I got some. I didn't even go overboard. I did not go overboard at all. Now, not all of their skinny cakes were on sale. These are only $12.99. I have never paid $12.99 for a skinny cake because, again, I have my own girl weird yarn math. Okay, it's probably not girl math, it's yarn math. I have my own stuff on it, whatever, that's just me. So if you're not familiar with it, it's number 3 weight. So it's a little bit lighter, works fine, 100% acrylic, 8.8 ounces, 250 grams equals 795 yards. Now, I have found I can make a buggy blanket with 2 of them. Yes. So I wanted to get them in lots of 2. This is the same Caron skinny cakes that I had used, that I had gotten a year, 2 years ago, at least. Yeah. When they marked them down from that $12.99 to $5, I did snag 2 of these, this bright color. Some of the other ones that, you know, I got a couple, right? I didn't go overboard, but I'd never used it until Erin from Craftin' Kitty was using some of the new colors that they had. I mean, that's pretty. And was making a blanket for her daughter. I'm like, I can do that. So it spurred me on to actually use some of the yarn I own. I know, crazy. You can use it? What? I thought it was just a pretty collection. Yeah, I'll have to get over that. But they had these marked down to $5. Now, I had heard other people talking about it at least weeks ago. I swear it's been at least weeks. You know, it's something, Michaels has things locked down. My Michaels doesn't really have the stuff, the new stuff, the good stuff, whatever. Like when the macchiato cakes came through, my Michaels didn't have any of that lot. All of the things that came through when those came through, the one that's close to me, no. And I'd have to go to a different one. And again, that's a hit or miss. Driving for Michaels, mostly miss for mine, just for me personally. So they had this. What color is this? It's pretty. This is Cupcake. Had to scan all of them because, again, not everything was on sale. They had them all mixed in together. They had some really pretty colors. I'm not going to lie. Really pretty colors. But they weren't all on sale. I didn't want to do the $12.99. Definitely the $5. And then I'll talk about Michael's customer service or lack thereof. Wow. Do you want to stay in business? I mean, Joann's just coming out of their Chapter 11 bankruptcy, what have you. They're trying real hard. Michael's, are you trying to go out of business? I don't know. So would have loved to have gotten 2 of these. They didn't have them. But I kept putting it back, and my husband's like, just get it. How often does Michael's have yarn? Good point. You know, that I want to purchase. And then look at this pretty color. Look at that. I would have loved to have had 2 of this, 2 of both of these. I mean, I think they can go, but they don't have to. I can, whatever. But I liked both of them. And this is lovely purple. Same specs, obviously. What's the color name? This is Grape Raisin. Grape. So grape. Okay, got it. Perfect. So I thought it was very pretty. I don't have enough of either one of these to do like that Bavarian stitch, you know, just one colorway. I'd have to mix and match. Whatever. I could do that. So I liked that. And then this one, they did have 2 of. And this is the, wow, Spumoni. So I did get 2 of these. Isn't that pretty? I think it's just, it called to me. Now, the other 2 called to me more, not gonna lie. They had some blueberry that was very pretty, $12.99. You can keep the blueberry, it's okay. Not when these were $5. I mean, come on, hello. Buy one, get one free and get change back. I'm just saying. Yeah, so I definitely went for that. And then another one, they had some of the Caron cinnamon squirrel cakes right here. And some of them were $5. I was shocked because, again, things were not put in the right spot, whatever. So we kept having to go back to the little price checker because you're not going to get somebody to help you. You're not going to get customer service. That's not a thing. So I've never used this before. I've seen it. I've touched it, but I've never bought any and I've never used it. They did have more colors of this on sale for $5 instead of the $12.99. But surprisingly, I limited because, you know, I just recently did all of these cakes and everything else that I haven't put away. That's why I can reach there and grab them because, yeah, I haven't put them away. So they're just, I mean, it's in plastic. They're fine. They're safe. And, oh, these are Big Twist Rave, the new Rave yarn that they have. It's an acrylic yarn. Wonderful. So I didn't want to go too crazy because I haven't put that stuff away yet. And yeah. Space is a thing. I'm just gonna say it. Space is a thing. I don't want more shelves. I got more shelves. We know that, right? I've got 3 shelves in the basement. I haven't filled them. They could be filled if I put my mess away. I'm just saying. Give me another space. Give me another shelf. I will fill it. Give me another room. I will fill it. I don't want another room. I don't want it to explode out of here. It's exploded out of here. Just one other space. You've all seen it before. So, oh, let me tell you about this one. Yeah. 100% acrylic, pretty sure. Where's it at? Where's it at? There it is, 100% acrylic, 8 ounces. So smaller than this weight-wise because this is 8.5 ounces. This is a worsted weight number 4 and it has 407 yards. Very pretty. One of the other reasons I didn't get a bunch of these is, okay, 407 yards, 795 yards. I know I can get a boggy blanket out of 2 of these. I don't know how many of these I would need. And I've got a lot of other yarns, so there you go. I just couldn't leave the orange one, and they only had the one. I would have definitely gotten more of this, no doubt. I like my oranges because I'm a little weird, whatever. It's okay. We have preferences. We have preferences. So yeah, I thought this was really pretty. They had a red one, you know, with all the stripes and the red and everything, and it looked like and with this here, it was like a Fair Isle, looked like it would be a Fair Isle type thing. And I didn't want to come away with like arms like this, right? It's like, just let other people have it. Walk away, crazy lady. You don't have to buy all the yarn. Okay, it was a mantra. All right, from the back of the store to the front. I'm just like, just don't do it. So, like I said, shockingly, surprisingly, I got yarn from Michaels. I mean, that's, for me, that's crazy. I'm like, yeah, I did it. Yeah, I did. So really happy with that. And I think what helped too, well, I like the colors. I really like this one. What really helped was I made this blanket, and I've got another one in the works, but it's not sitting next to me. But I made this blanket, and I know it took 2 cakes. Good. Got it. And I can do something like that. Now, for me, oh, this is for donation. For all people that are new here, this will go to Camp Boggy Creek for children who are very, very sick, first time at camp type of a situation. There's a lot of videos about it, but it is going to be donated to children, and that's why I like the happy, bright colors. That is one of the, it's not a concern, but I do my best to make it so over the top kid friendly like that. But all kids aren't the same, right? They like different things. This is beautiful, beautiful pastels. It's not bright in your face, but it is really pretty. I think this is also very pretty, but you know, I'm trying to get things that, that I think a child would like. But then again, it's children from, I think it's about 6, something like that, to 17. So not all of them are little children. You've got kids all the way up to 17. So maybe they don't want primary this, you know, and that lavender or the lighter colors or something that's pretty but semi-muted would be better. I don't know, I'm guessing. So I've got that going on, right? It's like, yay. So that kind of encouraged me to get those. And the 2 oddball ones, I just thought they were so pretty. I'm like, I don't need them. I don't need that. I don't, nope. But I did it anyway. Yeah, I did. So just, you know, having fun. I mean, I was shocked. I think more than anything, I was shocked that Michaels had stuff in their clearance, because normally their clearance in my area is they'll have a clearance aisle with those buckets that they put things in, and it's normally broken pens, broken paint things, a lot of broken. I'm like, I don't know where they find all the broken. If they ship it to my store, I'm not really sure, but it's a lot of broken stuff. And when they do have yarn, it's been rewound kind of a thing. You know, you got ends hanging off of it. I think it's been dropped a few times, kicked across the floor, you know, kind of rewrapped together. Not like this. This did fall on the ground, but that was at our house while we're getting out of the car. But it's okay. It's fine. It's fine. It's okay. Yeah, so that's just how my particular Michaels is. If you've got one that's well stocked and it has a lot of yarn and everything else and you love it, by all means, you love it, you did good. For me in my neck of the woods, Joann seems to be winning, right, out of the 3 box stores. I like Hobby Lobby too, you know, especially if you're needing to go something, you know, go on their yarn week. Definitely go on their yarn week, because every other week they have their yarn 30% off, and that is definitely worth it. But since I've been using so much of the big twist yarn for the blankets, Joann's definitely one, just for what I'm personally doing with it. Nothing wrong with that. Speaking of big twist yarn, I'm doing something. Yes, look, it's a square. Yeah, it's the start of a square. So we know I've been working on the squares, and let me pull up that picture. This is the latest one, and I haven't done a square specific video in a couple weeks. It doesn't mean I haven't been downloading the squares, and if you haven't, you should. So these squares are by Regourd, and she has 52 of them. She's releasing one a week for the entire year. And for 1 week only, the square is free. It's free now. If you're a regular watcher and you look at my descriptions in Monday video, I am also putting the newest one in the Monday video. Whether I talk about it or not, I am putting it there. I will also put it in this one. It is free right now. I'll read what she says on it. Throughout the year 2024, 52 blanket square knitting patterns will be shared, one on every week. Yay! I like that. This one will be free from Monday, 27th of May, all the way up until 2 June 2024. Paris time. So if you're not in Paris, take that into account. It's going to make a difference. Don't wait until the 2nd of June. You might miss it. For that matter, if you're interested in it, go do it now. Or like, just shrink me. Just make me small and go click on that before you forget, and then bloom me back up, and there you go. We'll have our conversations. If you're not familiar, if you haven't seen them, so I've got, here's one of them that's finished, and I'm bordering this one with black, and I'm doing some testing stuff on some different bordering. That has to be pulled out because it's not a full row. But this is one of her squares. So this one's no longer free. I don't remember the number of it, but that's what they look like, or they can look like. Mine are 17 inches square before I put any border on them, and I'm using size 8 knitting needles, and I'm going around them with an H crochet hook. So I'm doing that. So I'm taking that knitted square and then I'm crocheting around it, and then I've got in my head like hundreds of ideas for different embellishments and things that I will put on there. So each square is different. So they're not, not all the same pattern, but they're going to have the different patterning for the square itself. And then I'm using that, even though they do have a lot of patterning and color and technique and everything to them, I'm using that as a blank canvas, and I'm trying to do some themes or something along that line. I haven't got everything worked out, but I've got time because they're not going to be collecting the blankets until like August time period. So we're good. I got plenty of time to come up with something that will be absolutely amazing. And I've got plenty of time to make a whole bunch more between now and then. So I'm looking at other blankets and other blanket patterns that I think might be fun. There's a lot of different challenges that are going on throughout the year. Hello, every time we go looking at other people's channels, surfing the internet, if you like Ravelry, looking through Ravelry, anything, Lovecraft, all these different places that are Etsy. Oh my gosh, don't go down the Etsy rabbit hole, I'm just saying. But all these different places that have stunning patterns. If you don't want to do the numbers and figure it out yourself, by all means, if you're a designer and a creator on your own, you don't need a pattern. But there are so many different things that we can work on. I just realized, I'm sure you guys realized before I did, that I have a lot of projects on both the needles and the hooks because I knit and crochet. This is knit and my blanket's crochet, right? So I do both. Layla's crochet too. She's cute. But, with all of that, I have a lot of things going on that are big. For a while there, I was making a lot of like little bite-sized things, right? Little things, hats and mitts and, smaller items, right? They don't take necessarily weeks on end to get done from start to finish. And it was just bursting out of me. I wanted to start something big. I wanted to do big and bold and huge. And I kind of exploded. I have a lot of things on the needles and the hooks that are big. I really do, between blankets and sweaters and shawls made with fingering weight all the way up to worsted weight yarn, right? I've got all these different things and they're large projects. I'm like, what were you thinking? So I'm gonna have to do some, jumping in with some smaller projects. Is what I tried to do with this right here is my granddaughter's. This is the little nubblekin, and it's so cute. And it doesn't look like it's that big. There's actually a lot of knitting on this, and you can crochet this too. You just make long straights. You can, but this is a little knit doll, and there's a lot of knitting. It doesn't look like it, but I was like, oh, this will be my quick, easy project. Yeah, it took me weeks also. The hat, there's nothing wrong with the hat. It's not any harder than the arms. I just wasn't feeling it. I'm really happy it's done though, because I think it's cute. I think I did really good with eyes too, but yeah, I'm learning. We're all learning, right? We're all learning, just different aspects. It's true. So yeah, I realized I have a lot of large projects. So it's kind of like a pendulum. It swings and everything, you know, like, ooh, lots of small projects, you know, and I'm like, lots of small projects. No, I want to do a big project, lots of big projects, lots of big projects. It's going to take a while to get through those big projects. Yeah, I'm going to have to make some small things in between. I'm going to have to figure some things out. Yep, definitely I'm going to have to jump on some small things to have that sense of accomplishment and fulfillment, right? I mean, I'm knitting and crocheting anyway. I'm making lots of things, but it is nice to be able to go, look, I finished something. See, look, I did it. Yeah, I did it. It's all right. Well, anyway, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. I have been chattering on about all this stuff for way too long. Thank you for still being here. And thank you so much for still being here. I'm going to let you go. If you haven't already, like and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. And if you feel so inclined, definitely become a member of my channel. I do have different member perks that aren't even listed on the little YouTube-y thing, right? Yeah, I haven't listed everything, but there are more things that I do. With that, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. You guys have a great day, night, evening, whatever it happens to be. And I will talk to you again later. Bye-bye.